Yay, split in half on me. Hey guys, welcome back. Chuck House Mopar. 2 videos in 2 weeks. How about that? Yeah, catching up. I'm not goofing off, boys. Just stuff like that happens. I was mowing my grass the other day. Came back around, it fell over. 30-foot tall hickory. Half went last year. I'm doing stuff like the truck needed upgrades. I need to put some tow mirrors on. I've got a trailer brake thing I got to put in. That's really, it's real easy. But that's not why we're here today. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the sanding finished on the satellite today. Well, the 220 grit anyway. Jay came over the last time, you guys remember. We got about 9 hours. He had 9 hours here and we did a lot. He started on the hood. And I wasn't paying attention, but the hood really needs to be supported by this stuff. I forgot. Well, he got about half of it done, so we'll go from there. The scoop needs to be sanded, which will be interesting. This thing we sprayed. The car is pretty good. I did burn through to some metal in spots, but I have an egregious spot up here. See this? That's a low spot. You've heard me talk about it before. I'm gonna have to Bondo this, unfortunately. Boys, I knew that was there. I forgot or ignored it. I don't remember which. It's pretty much sanded up enough that it can be done, but it's getting tricky. You know, there's spots that are gonna have to be resprayed here, but you can't be burning through this stuff and keep sanding as we go, right? I'll need some advice. I'll get that done. I'm gonna get the Bondo out, let you guys ride along for a minute and watch. But I got something in the mail. Ta-da! Looks like a bumper, doesn't it? It is. It's a bumper. It's the front bumper in the Coronet. This thing was tweaked. And I've been looking around looking for a straight core and not finding anything. The fella in Michigan, I forget his name, Scott. I've been buying parts from him. And then I just went and looked at mine. I'm like, that's pretty, it's pretty good. It was better than anything I was finding. Well, I didn't look that hard anyway. So I thought, well, what the hell? I called, is it Tri-States Plate Place, whatever? They're in Tri-States. Are they in Southern Tennessee? They started at $1,000 just to bring it in. That doesn't even include any straightening, which this thing needed. I called AMS Obsolete. Herb's Parts, this guy named Mike and probably some other guys, they bought them out back in 06 or so. So Herb's Parts is at AMS Obsolete. There it is. I'll pop up their website thing too. So let me unbox this thing and see what we got. Now what they did, they don't do it themselves. They straightened it. They sent it to a guy, somebody right there. It got straightened and they plated it. Now the back is just painted black. I suspect they didn't work too hard on the back. I had surface rust back there. It was not rusted through. So anyway, let me set you up over here and we'll watch this process. All right, boys. Looks like they did a good job of boxing. I actually did this. This is how I did it. I sent it off. When I sent it off, I just got a bunch of cardboard and it was a giant pain in the butt. I'm sure this is going to be really nice. I'll probably save this stuff. I'm going to send the rear off too. All right, let's cue a little music here and unbox. Okay, here we go. Wrap nice. Got some good heavy stuff here, it looks like. And as you see, they painted the back silver. Looks like they brush painted it, which is fine. Yep. See where I had some pitting where the brackets go. But the real money shot is coming up here in a second. I should have left you guys on time lapse while I did this and turned it over, but that's okay. All right. All right. Let's get her flipped over. All right, let's flip her over. Oh. Okay. Wow. Just wow. Yeah. Let me spin her around a little. All right, boys. So, I had a pretty good dinger up here. I wish I would have done this. I wasn't going to show you guys this anyway. I had a pretty good dinger in here. Let's see what we can see on the back side. Well, the dinger must have been right there. That was the most egregious one that I remember. You can see where it's been pressed. Let's get her back over. Yeah. I don't know. Feels good to me. Well, looks, yeah, whatever. You know what, boys? It's like a brand new bumper. You can't buy these. So AMD sells these for Plymouths for $500, I think. So what did I pay? Okay, so when you call AMD Obsolete, or whatever they're called, AMS Obsolete, they quote you $500 to start. This was $550, okay, is what it cost me. Yeah, it's definitely low in the middle. It's low from here to here, but you know what? I think that's what I see. I do. Yeah, a little bit. Oop. Yeah, she's still low there. You know what, guys? It's something I can live with, honestly. So yeah, $550. So after the smoke cleared, it was $70 shipping each way. What's that come up to? Comes up to $690, is it? Not free by a long shot. I wasn't gonna do the bumpers at all in this car. Of course, things change as you go. I wasn't gonna do what I'm doing to that car anyway. But anyway, so there it is, my new bumper. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and box up the other one, the rear, and send her, call Mike, get a code. UPS ships these things, who they use. Also, what we have here are two throttle cables they had. These are slant 6 throttle cables. He got $60 a piece for these, okay? And why do you need these? Because I'm gonna put a high-rise manifold on the Coronet, and one's going on the satellite eventually. Louise here, she's gonna get her mojo back a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, why do you need that? Because with a high-rise intake, you need a taller one. Indy cylinder, no, A&A transmission, they sell these throttle cables. They're about 110 each, and they're beautiful, they're brand new. These are used, so I'm cool with that. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the rear and get back to you. Okay. All right, here's the rear. The rear is straight. Glad to hear. Although for what I got charged $50 to straighten the old one, that wouldn't have been the worst thing. As far as I know, the rear's straight. Here's the back. Unfortunately, guys, we're gonna lose the Berna, whoever that man is, and I'm assuming a man. Sorry if I'm misogynist. That's not the right word. Men worked in the factories for the most part back in the 60s, okay? So anyway, yeah, too bad FWB, and then Berna, and whatever he did here with his yellow crayon. So they blast all this and then do whatever they do to get the crap off the outside, you know, get the old chrome off. I am assuming it's triple chrome plating, you know, where they do, what do they do? Copper, nickel, chrome, you know. Copper first, nickel sticks to the copper better, and chrome sticks to the nickel better. Triple chrome, but yeah, she's in remarkably good shape. Looks like I have some indents here from the bolts, whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna get this wrapped up here and go from there. More rain. Not gonna bitch. Just when the hail comes, yeah, that's the bad time. Series of thunderstorms. All right, man, there it is. Went so much better. Cutting that cardboard is a huge pain in the grommet. I reused theirs. I needed a chunk of my own. I forgot I had this stuff. That's a brilliant idea. So I'm gonna call all Mike at AMS Obsolete and send this sucker off and spend another $600. All right, we're gonna sand. Okay, pitter patter. Ain't gonna lie, boys, I'm getting tired of sanding. I still got a bunch to go. Too bad. I started it, right? I actually called an auto body shop that does classic cars. I wouldn't mind getting this thing back ready for paint, but at $100 an hour, that ain't happening. So, suck it up, Buttercup. So here's the deck, the hood is on here. This is how Drew tells me you have to sand these. You have to get the, I've explained this before, you gotta get on the rail, you know, so that when you get done, it's kind of the way it will be on the car, the support on the car. As you see, he's sanded quite a bit, really, and that's okay. We're not scared. We'll have to, I'll just block it. Drew says you literally get it all nice and smooth, like just on a stand, and yeah, it gets all wrong. It's wrong. Anyway, so got the Bondo out. I'm gonna mix some stuff up. Start sanding. I need to scuff this a little. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea. Probably just with some 220, 180 maybe, where the low spot is. Now schmoo it on and sand it off. Yay. Okay. All right. Unfortunately, when I got up here, I scuffed this with some 180. I realize it's low here too, which so sucks. It actually may be a little high in one spot. Yeah. So unfortunately for me, since none of you guys are coming to sand, I gotta put some bondage back here, man. Yeah, I sure do. So let's like per usual, I got way too much here. Yeah. Let's just schmoo it. Schmoo it. Yeah, yay. It's just sanding, it's just elbow grease, right? Dragging something through the mud. Do it again if I have to, God forbid. Get some bondage on here. Yep, it's so cool. I need to mix some more up. That's too bad. All right, well, we're gonna find out in a minute, boys. All right, I'm gonna sand this myself. Come back and show you guys what I get. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
The next day.
Get. Animal cruelty. Goofy cat. She comes in here and then, you know, I mean, I got dust everywhere. And, yeah, you can imagine furball. Next day. Okay, so we've been sanding. Obviously, there's my Bondo in spots. This is a high spot, boys. I think I'm all right. You know, I'm having trouble with this, instead of being it's sanding smooth along here, it wants to chip up. I don't know what causes that. Do I not have the hardener spread in? I don't know. I think she's pretty good. There seems to be a little lip, but it's all the way around. I don't know. So I hit it with 80 grit, you know, did the Bondo with 80, and then I went over it with 180 just to start feathering stuff, I guess. I don't know, seems to have helped. Something I got to keep mind of is, you know, there's a body line all the way through there, and that needs to be not like this, which would be easy to do when you're doing whatever. So I am going to tackle the hood, finish the hood, get the deck lid out, set it up, and of course I got to do this and the scoop. This will be just hand sanding. You can hardly see that anyway underneath the front, and yeah, go from there. Louise marks her trail. Anyway, Drew's gonna come by. I won't bother waving the camera in front of his face because, you know, whatever. And he's gonna look at my hood, tell me what he thinks, and we'll go from there. Ultimately, you could respray this thing, which would totally blow. But I don't know that we'll have to. I think the whole damn roof's gonna need to get it. So I'll get his advice on continuing. I'm going to get all the 220 sanding done like I had said. I'm gonna go ahead and push this sucker outside. Now would be the time. And you need to block, you know, get the long boards out and really make sure it's smooth. And Drew had mentioned, you know, wiping it down with a wet rag. You can see any waves in there. But yeah, so I've already conquered the biggest part of the day. Is I got my butt out here. It gets so hard to get up off the couch. It's about almost 9, so yeah. I'll let you know what we figure out. Okay, Drew just left. He brought me a present. You guys know, I've told you before if you'd listen, but you put semi-trucks back together that are wrecked, usually always wrecked on the road, you know. Well, one was full of tape. So I got 5 rolls of tape. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take that. So anyway, yeah, the trailer burned up and whatever was left, they got some tape. Anyway, hilarious. So, okay, so the scoop is sanded. I sanded this header panel, whatever it is. The deck lids, he signed off on that. Pretty good. Pretty happy with my roof. Honestly, it needs to get primed. Probably the whole roof's going to get primed, you guys. Reprimed, and get, you know, it just needs to be reprimed. There's enough spots. Places like this where we've broken through could get dusted or, you know, hit again. You know, but pretty much signed off on stuff. Now he's filling around here, and there's spots like right here. Can you see the black from the paint showing? It's some texture. So what I need to do next, and what I will do next, is I'll roll this thing out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, how I'll do it. But it needs to get hit with a longboard, you know. I blew it off, but I'll take it out and wipe it down and just get the longboard. And, you know, longboard, you just take and you work your way down. Best thing that I think is you get the damn stool out, you know, the little roll around mechanic stool, and you just work your way down. Of course, you can only sit on it for so long. You get down here, you gotta get a little nuts. But yeah, she's looking pretty good, which makes me happy. Of course, you can reprime the whole thing, and I'm just like, oh man, just shoot me now. But we have to put the deck lid on eventually. Now, if you remember, this is a new quarter panel, circa 1968 or so, and they had it in too tight, so Drew came over, split this, knocked it over, but the deck lid needs to go on just to make damn sure it's going to fit the way it's supposed to. Did I say sanding sucks? Yeah, sanding sucks. You know, honestly, it's been, since Jay was here last, it's probably been a month since I've touched this car. just working, tired, you know, get back. You're like, yeah, takes some motivation to get out here and do all this stuff. But she's coming. So yeah, this is pretty good. Certainly better. And you prime the whole roof. You don't tape it off. And just shoot the roof. And get her done. So anyway, guys, that's it. I can't say the video is going to be coming fast and furious. I would love to have this thing. It's been beautiful. It's been like maybe 83 degrees breeze going, but when it's going to be hot, like 95 degrees, and I'm dropping sweat down on everything, you know, this is bad enough without doing that, you know. So I do have other things to do, you know, other things I need to do around here, whether I get to them or not. I would love to have this thing up into ready to paint, and I would just stick it in the trailer, maybe work on the storm or something for a couple months where I can use a wrench and get greasy versus being dusty all the time. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Not sure when the next video will come, but thanks for coming along this time anyway. See you in the next one. See ya.